They lowered her coffin while the priest's voice blurred into background noise. The white lilies on her casket didn't look right, too pure for someone who'd lied with such grace. $43,000. That's what her death cost me. I sold the house, her car, my watch. I thought love was worth any price. Until her sister leaned close at the burial and whispered, "She was leaving you anyway, for her yoga instructor." The world went silent. The shovel hit dirt. I didn't cry, not because I didn't feel anything, but because something else began to move inside me. Something quiet, patient. When I returned home, I sat among her things, her scent still on the pillows, her laughter still echoing in my head. That's when I found it, a small USB drive tucked inside a silver jewelry box. The label read, "If I die before 40." At first I thought it was one of her sentimental time capsules. But when I plugged it in, the screen flickered, and there she was, alive. Her face pale, eyes darting like someone who'd seen a ghost. "If you're watching this," she said, "they killed me." I froze. "They," her voice trembled, "your family. I found out something about them, something they've hidden for 30 years. The proof is in," the video cut to static. I stared at the screen, waiting, praying it was a joke. But the timestamp said 2 weeks before the crash. I replayed the file, same cut, same silence. That night I couldn't sleep. The crash report had said it was an accident, brake failure. But she'd serviced the car 3 days before. I remember because she made me wait at the cafe across the street while she did it. So I started digging. We'd been married 11 years. She was my center, the calm to my noise. She made me believe love could fix anything. My parents adored her. My father used to call her the daughter we never had. Funny thing, he never said that to my sister. When my wife died, my family's grief felt rehearsed. My father's condolences sounded like a speech. My mother kept repeating, "Accidents happen, son," over and over, like a line she'd practiced. That's when I knew. Something was off. I started with the car. The repair shop said the brake line was intact when she left. The damage occurred after. I bribed a tech at the insurance lab to give me the internal photos of the wreck. He said, "You didn't hear this from me, but someone tampered with the hydraulic line. Clean work, professional." I asked him to trace the last GPS signal from her phone before the crash. It showed a stop, not on her usual route, a private road near my father's estate. I visited that spot the next morning. Tire marks, broken glass, and a security camera on a nearby property, owned by my father's company. When I requested the footage, legal sent me a denied due to privacy clause notice. That's when the rage turned into focus. Revenge isn't loud. It's not throwing punches or shouting in someone's face. It's silence. Calculation. The kind that eats you slowly until you taste iron every time you smile. I spent months preparing, quietly. I started with the USB. I hired a data recovery expert to restore the corrupted end of the video. It took him 3 weeks. When I got the file back, I played it alone, lights off. "The proof is in your father's office," she said, "in the blue safe behind the portrait. Bank transactions, documents, all tied to something called the Callaway Fund. Don't trust your mother, or your sister." She looked terrified. Then the screen cut to black. The next day, I booked dinner with my parents. I played my role, grieving, lost, broken. My father talked about moving on, how she wouldn't want me to wallow. I smiled, I nodded, I excused myself to the bathroom. While they talked, I used the spare key I'd kept from childhood and slipped into his study. Behind the portrait, exactly where she said, was a safe, blue. Inside, transaction ledgers, offshore accounts, fake charity paperwork, and a single manila folder labeled Accident Settlements. Her name was there, besides 6 others. Each had died in car accidents, each connected to my father's company, whistleblowers, ex-employees, one journalist, and my wife. I didn't confront him, not yet. I wanted the world to see it, not just me. So I created an anonymous Dropbox and sent every document, every video, every detail to an investigative journalist my wife once trusted. I also leaked internal memos to the board. Then I waited. The story broke 2 weeks later. Corporate fraud, murder cover-up, CEO under investigation. My father's empire collapsed overnight. The police raided the house at dawn. My mother tried to shield him, until they found her fingerprints on a falsified medical report tied to one of the victims. My sister? She ran. Straight to the yoga instructor she'd whispered about. They arrested her 2 days later for evidence tampering. I didn't speak to any of them, not once. At the trial, my father looked older, smaller. He saw me in the gallery, and for the first time in my life, he didn't look like my father. He looked like a man realizing his son was smarter than him. When they played the video, my wife's voice filling the courtroom, I watched him break. If you're watching this, they killed me. He looked at me. I didn't blink. He mouthed something, maybe an apology, maybe a curse. I didn't care. They're all gone now. My family name, destroyed. The company, dismantled. The house I grew up in, sold for pennies to cover legal fees. Sometimes I drive past the cemetery. I don't bring flowers. I bring the USB. I watch the video again. Not because I need proof anymore, but because it reminds me who she really was. Brave enough to die for the truth. I whisper to her grave, "You were right." Then I smile, because every time her voice says, "They killed me," I remember, I killed them back.